I got this nice table of dairy cattle infected with highly pathogenic avian influenza. And while it's in a nice convenient form for humans to read, it isn't in a really good format for what I want to do in my data analysis. So what you have here are merged cells. And these merged cells cause me a bit of a problem because these two lines should both be Idaho, all of these should be Idaho, and so on. So what I could do is I can go down and I can unmerge the cells, and then I can type in each of those particular things and cut and paste. But I really wanted to do something automatically because that's far too much hassle to have to do all those by typing. Now, actually, if I'd have downloaded the data as a CSV, which is what I'd normally do, this wouldn't actually be an issue. And it would also be easier to get into R, so the general advice is download in CSV. But if you happen to have downloaded a file like this, and if it happens to be the only one that you have access to, how can we turn this nicely accessible to humans file into something that's nicely accessible for computers? So I typed in Reddit. I typed into Google a search, how can I do this? And luckily somebody came up with a nice answer from Reddit called Paulie the Polar Bear. So thank you to Paulie, who wrote this 2 years ago. So step by step is we have to unmerge, then we have to press Ctrl G to go to the Go To menu, click on Special, go to blanks. Then we use the equals and then some up keys, and then Control Enter, which will mean that it follows that command for all of the cells that meet that particular group rather than just for the single one that we happen to have open. So let's see if Paulie the Polar Bear's advice works. So let's go into column B. So this one I want to merge all the states. So first thing I want to do, unmerge the cells. Next thing I want to do is, what did Paulie say? Next thing you need to do is do Control G and then Special. So let's do Control G. So it opens when we're pressing on Special. So I want to go to the blanks and press OK. So that has highlighted all of the blanks now. So whatever operation I do, I'm going to end up with doing to all of the blanks. So if I go into the formula bar and put equals, now he says press the up key. When I press the up key, all it does is move back to the start of the line, which is not what I want it to do. So I do equals up and then I click the one above. So in this case, it happens to be B4. It'll be different depending on what your example is. Now he says, do not press return now, because otherwise what it will do is just copy Idaho from that one into the other. What you need to do to get it to run on all of them is do Control plus Enter, which will allow it to operate on all of them. So here's my Control Enter. So what I'm looking for is Idaho, should be 2 here, and so on. So if I do Control Enter, there we go. All of the blanks are filled in all the way through the spreadsheet with the ones that I wanted. Don't have to do my cutting and pasting. I've done a lot of changes in one go. That is a really powerful and useful technique. Now I want to do the same in the first column. Can I do the same again? Will it work again? And merge the cells. Press my Control G. Do my Special. Search for blanks. Press OK. Highlights all the blanks. Go into the formula. Goes equals. Click on the cell above, which is A3. And then do my Control and return. And it's 14th, 18th, 14th. All of them are populated again. So I've now got the file that I want and I can save it. And that has taken a lot of the effort out of everything. So once more, thanks to Paulie the Polar Bear.